Welcome to JewishTV.media. Today's topic is love. There once was a king, and this king was known throughout the land as someone who loved fish. He loved fish. Fish were his favorite dish. And one day a fisherman is standing on the side of the river doing his fishing, and he catches this big, beautiful fish. And he's so excited, he looks at the fish and he thinks, wow, I can bring this to the king. And this is such a beautiful fish. The king loves fish. And the fish hears the words, the king loves fish, and thinks, this is pretty cool. The king loves fish. Maybe I'll be taken to the palace. Maybe I'll be introduced to a fish princess. Who knows? Maybe I'll be fed the best food. The king loves fish. What's the king going to do for me? And the fisherman quickly takes the fish and runs to the palace. And he gets to the palace, and the guard looks at the fisherman and says, what have you there? And the fisherman says, I have a big, beautiful fish. And the guard is so excited, says, you know that the king loves fish. And the fisherman says, of course, that's why I brought this fish. And when the fish hears the guard saying the king loves fish, he gets so excited. And he thinks to himself, wow, the fisherman said the king loves fish. The guard says the king loves fish. I might be given a massive, beautiful fish pond full of the most beautiful, fun things in it. The king will treat me like royalty. And the fisherman's getting very excited to bring the fish to the king. And the fish is getting even more excited of the royal treatment that he'll receive by the king who loves fish. And what happens is the guard brings the fisherman with the fish into the palace and takes him straight to the royal chamber. And the king's guard at the royal chamber says, oh, you've come with a present for the king. Come straight in to the throne room. And he goes into the throne room, and the king is sitting on his throne. And the fisherman bows down and says, Your Royal Highness, look what I have brought you, a big, beautiful fish. And the king's eyes light up, and he's so excited. And the fisherman's so excited. But you know who's most excited? The fish. Because he thinks, wow, I'm standing in front of the king and the king loves fish. What am I going to get now? And the fish is beaming. The fish is the most excited in the room. And the king looks at the fisherman and says, that beautiful fish that you got me, oh, so lovely. Take it straight to the kitchen and take it to the chef and get him to cut it up and make my most beautiful dish. My favorite fish dish. And the poor fish is crestfallen. He is so sad. All of his hopes, all of his dreams have been dashed, because not only is he not going to receive royal treatment, but he is going to be summarily executed and cooked and eaten, and he's not very happy at all. And the poor fish turns to the king and says, Your Royal Highness, you don't love fish. You just love the taste of fish in your mouth. What happens next is not relevant. Whether the king decides to pardon this fish, or whether the king decides to send it nevertheless to the kitchen and eat it. But one thing is for sure from this story, and that is the king didn't love fish at all. The king loved the taste of fish in his mouth. He couldn't care less about the fish. He was more than happy to have it killed, eaten, cooked, chopped up. All he enjoyed was what the fish could do for him. Ladies and gentlemen, that is not called love. That is called lust. The king lusted after the taste of fish in his mouth. Tasted good to him. He didn't love the fish. Love is not what the other can do for you. Love is what you can do for the other. If you care about the other, that's true love. The Hebrew word for love is ahava. Where does the word ahava come from? It comes from the Aramaic word hav, which means to give. to give. Love is not about taking. Love, true love, is about giving, caring about the other, recognizing that when you love someone, you care for them, you give to them, and you are passionate about them because of their interests, not just about what you can get out of the relationship. And this is very interesting in Hebrew. Each letter in the Hebrew language has a value in numbers. It's called gematria. The gematria of the Hebrew word ahava is 13, because aleph is 1, hey is 5, beis is 2, and hey is 5. You add it together, you get 13. What else is gematria 13? The Hebrew word echad. Echad means one. When you care about the other, when you're one with the other, when you care about the other person like you care about yourself. V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha, the Torah says, love the other like you love yourself. If you care about the fish like you care about yourself, then you love the fish. If you feel one with the fish, then you love the fish. There's a beautiful story of Rabbi Sonnenschein, who was the rabbi of Jerusalem about 50 years ago. Very great man. And he once came to the doctor, and I think maybe his name was Rabbi Levin, not Sonnenschein. Whatever his name was, he was a great rabbi. And he came to the doctor, and he said to the doctor, he was with his wife, and the doctor said, "You're both here today, what's wrong?" And the rabbi said, "Our foot hurts." And the doctor says, "What do you mean our foot hurts? Does your foot hurt, or does your wife's foot hurt?" He says, "My wife's foot is hurting, but it's our foot, because when she's in pain, I feel it." His love for his wife was so strong that they had the true ahava, the true echad, the true oneness, where you care about the other like you care about for yourself. V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. That's true love. True love is when you feel one with the other. Ahava, echad. And when you do that, you care for the other as much as you care for yourself. And of course, we should all learn the lesson from the fish, the lesson from the king who didn't love the fish at all, but rather from Rabbi Levine of Jerusalem, the rabbi of Jerusalem, who did love his wife as much as he loved himself, to the point where her pain was his pain, where they were one. That, ladies and gentlemen, my dear friends, is what love is all about. Thank you very much. Thank you for following us today and watching JewishTV.media. We look forward to seeing you again soon.
JewishTV.media